Aw.
Ha.
Ha! We figured it's snowing. We're not going anywhere.
Yep.
Might as well just draw.
Yep.
Got nothing better to do. So. It always puts this in the wrong one, too. There we go. We also don't have tunes. We need tunes. I gotta admit, though, I am very colorful today.
Yes.
Like, what my camera has decided to choose for colors is way awesome today.
I mean, you have blues, you have oranges, yellows.
This is totally like a Star Trek thing.
Yeah.
I am super colorful. All right. I know that somewhere
This is some funky music that's playing.
yeah, it's working it. I have wreckage. So that's what I'm looking for now is wreckage. Like somewhere I had. I need to go through and organize this stuff someday. I could use this pen holder though.
Call it the Elvis. So I'm talking with a friend about hot sauces.
I'm like, I'm not seeing anybody on the stream.
So I'm talking to a friend about hot sauces, and I'm in the middle of fermenting my own hot sauce right now.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to be making, instead of a traditional, hey, here's all a heat hot sauce like everybody else does that has like no flavor, just hot.
I hate those.
I'm looking at making a mole hot sauce.
Take a guac on the wild side.
Yeah, so it's a chocolate.
Cool.
And while I was talking to my friend about it, I went, you know what would be a really good one too with this kind of peppers I'm using is maybe a banana one. And
Okay.
his joke to me was, well, why not, get something nutty to put in there and then call it the Elvis?
Cute.
So how has your day gone?
So far, so good. So far, so good. Just trying to come up with some reasonable looking buildings that look like they've been thrashed, and I'm just gonna take some existing dystopian blocks and just make them look sideways and crooked and break them up real good whenever I draw them.
I
How
know it's
about
only
yourself?
I know it's only been a few hours since we last talked.
Yep.
So I am working on the next page of the comic. And I have it
Excellent.
all sketched. And it went from a 2-panel page to what is it? 6 panels.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Well, that kind of happened because I switched the intro panel for this page from this page to the previous page, because the other one, I was having too many one-page um, panels. Where
Mm-hmm.
it's a full page, and I decided to make that one a 2-page and have it split between the ending of one scene, which I thought was a very kind of a touching, funny ending, to this is now the one character who said, "Yeah, I'll look into it," and you find out she's actually looking into it. She's legitimately like out on the streets hitting up her contacts, and so you're seeing her kind of investigate what was said to her. So
Gotcha. That snicker, by the way, was not towards you. It was towards
oh
the fact that I was using Chang uh, as a height control to make sure that everything was the right height. So I added an actual, like, not the princess that's on the back of the kittiwake, which is smaller, I noticed, and I found out earlier today, which is why we had to delete the princess from this scene because the model that we were using was smaller. But instead, we had to. So I reloaded it, and as soon as I did it, ran right over Chang. Just squish. And I was like, that's funny. Stupid, but funny. And so it was not you, it was me laughing at the humor of that particular scene.
I see how it is.
Yep, it totally is that. Never mind. What am I
That's,
saying? It's
that's
mocking you
fine.
incessantly. I have to match the way we did it before. Nose. I was watching YouTube videos and just enjoying the heck out of. There's this one girl who is in Japan, and we need to give Princess heels. Hello, Donald.
Donald.
It says the video's not available. That's so weird. Anyway, I was watching these YouTube videos of this girl who lives in Japan, and she works there. She's American, but she spent a lot of time in China prior to moving to Japan, so she speaks Chinese and Japanese fluently. And of course, she's American, so she speaks English naturally. So she does all these YouTube videos of like her walking down the street, and then she goes to Yokohama and Chinatown, and they all start talking about her, and she turns around and talks to them in fluent Mandarin, and they're always like, "Yeah,"
Oh
right?
God.
Because like, it's not what you expect to find in Japan is an American speaking Chinese. So she zots them. Although they always seem to say nice things. They're never rude, you know? I mean, it's
Yeah.
like it's funny because I think we have this perception that people when they talk about you in another language, they all say rude things and talk about your butt or whatever. I don't know. But no, they were really nice to her. She's an attractive young woman, so they could have said all kinds of things and they didn't. So which I think was the entire thing she was trying to kind of get at was they could have said all kinds of stuff and didn't. So,
Yeah.
don't judge a book by its cover. Still cool. Princess needs heels. Bark, bark, bark. I'm gonna put it down on her wheels. She doesn't have heels. She has wheels. Okay, that was funnier than it really was. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it depends on where you are. Maybe. I've never caught anybody saying anything really bad about me while I was in Japan. I mean, like a couple of things, a couple of times it was like, what's he doing here? This is so, it's so out of place, sort of stuff. Like, why was I in Bondo, which really was the most obscure location for a foreigner because it was out in the middle of podunk nowheresville. But it was never rude. It was always like, um, it was always like, you know, this is such a weird place to see people from another country. Why would they be here? It was always using sort of that language. It was never a ew, what are they doing here sort of thing. It was always a it would be kind of like being in Longmont and, seeing somebody from, I don't know, Africa, South Africa, or, something like that. And you're like, what in the world? Why here? There's no university here. There's nothing useful here. Why here? That kind of attitude. It was never bad. It was always just kind of like, what in the world?
Yeah. We don't understand.
Yeah. They were always nice to me whenever they found out I could speak. Very friendly people. I mean, like anybody, they're always friendly once you find out speak you speak you speak the language. Okay, so why are we having this problem?
Do-do-do.
Like it's dipping down like this. So I'm not hallucinating. You really are rolling to one side. Why are you rolling? Don't roll, goober.
It wants to run over Chan again.
Right?
Chan.
I already hit her once. just trying to get her so that get Princess so she's in the right spot here. Because we want all the dystopian buildings in the background for this shot. Dang it. Really? Does look cool though. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, I just looking at the terrain here, like where Princess sat down, now I suddenly realize how big of a like gaping hole that is right there. Don't fall into that. I'm just looking at the terrain going, well, yeah, that's the thing. I always find people here are always the ones that are weird. Like Japanese here are more likely to kind of mock people a little bit
I
than
think that's a
Japanese.
cup. I think that's a cultural thing
Yeah, that's what
for
I mean.
here.
I feel like it's American culture. Like they pick up that they're supposed to be mocking. I'll just put that there. I need to put you someplace where you can get people. Good heavens. This is rough terrain. Man, she was not kidding when she said it was a combat landing. Ugh. Just putting Princess down has become difficult. So she's on.
And that's when Guy realized he really made it a little bit too hard.
Yeah, I'm like, did I make this too difficult for them to actually get Marines out? I have. Right? Maybe her legs wouldn't be up this high. Maybe I'll lower the body down just a little bit more. Things you never thought you'd say. Like grasshopper mode. That's still operable.
Mm.
All right. And we'll do sets and props. Bellatrix Rising completes Act 1. Momentary Ghosts. And we'll do something new. New folder. Sets. Because these are only for this issue. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I don't blame you, but it's also snowing, so I wouldn't go out. That's why we're here. Because they're like,
Yeah.
screw it, we're not going anywhere. So there's that. I'm also noticing that my light out there is flickering just a little bit. Huh. Might as well stay home with us, Donald. Watch us get work done.
Somebody has to.
Right?
I mean, we can't rely on Colton to help us.
Exactly. Colton. Christina posted something about the cat and her kid bugging her, and I was like, I wanted to post something on there to the effect of, you probably ought to tell that to your son too. Oh, you weren't talking about Raph? Oh, okay. And I was like, you should tell him to come join us again, Mister. This would be great if you moved to nights, because then I'd be able to join you more often than he shows up once.
And then we never saw him again.
Right? Jerk. All right. We're going to need her. True.
Not The Exorcist and not Amityville Horror. What was the other real famous haunted movie?
Poltergeist.
Was it Poltergeist?
Steven Spielberg.
I think so. The one with the family had their place built on top of a
A graveyard.
graveyard.
Poltergeist. It's the only horror movie I've seen more than once.
It's a damn
And
good horror movie.
one of the few horror movies that I've ever seen. Because I'm not a horror movie person at all. Nope. Well, that sucked. Like, are we working on Mayrel at all? What's the story here? Yeah, we're working on Mayrel. Why didn't we change? Colton. Damn it. Ah!
What is he, Beetlejuice now?
That's, well, Donald's saying that. Donald's like, if we say Colton 3 times really fast, maybe he'll show up.
While looking into a mirror.
88th drive-in? There's a drive-in? Huh.
What's up?
Are you saying the 88 drive-in? It's out in Henderson? Or are you saying 88?
I don't know what's happening.
You're the flea market. Okay, yeah. So you're talking about the one out in Henderson. What does Steam want? Okay. So Donald's talking about a drive-in that's opened up out near the flea market.
Huh.
Chang is so wee. Wee!
Does she have some Kerbal going on right now?
Totally does. Wait, no. But need put Mayrel in a spacesuit here. Because Mayrel is about to go EVA for this scene. Yeah, Mayrel is much curvier than Chang. That is true. So we just decided the spacesuit was generic? I guess we did. Okay. That's fine. Space curve. And then all we need to do is do her trim pieces, and they should be fine. Hmm. Spacesuit bits. Mostly because what's changed is she has different rank. As I recall. Oof, 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 oof. All right. No. My wife is watching Venture Brothers downstairs. She's getting such a kick out of it. It's a good series.
Yeah, it is.
You know what? I'm going through all of this and I'm not double checking real quick to make sure that we are at the right rank. Because you know what would suck? If we were doing the wrong rank here.
Or the wrong layer.
Mm-hmm. Nope, we're doing it right. Good. Sometimes I do these things on autopilot and not even think about it. And I'm like, you might want to stop and think before you decide to do what you're doing.
Sir, you must stop. Why? You need to think about this.
Right? Mm-hmm. Well, but also we balanced out all of my characters somewhere about a year and a half ago, as I recall. It was you, Donald, and uh, Brent, and me, and we all sat there and we balanced them all out so that they were all the right spot. And nobody was too high and nobody was too low. So we just want to make sure we have all the bits right.
It's so weird that it's snowing now.
Yep.
Like, I know it's Colorado and there's a possibility to snow all the way to the 4th of July, but it doesn't make it any less weird.
It's definitely true. I'm not going to disagree with you. Although, from time to time, we have this, and I like to do this.
Yeah.
That was taken by my mom in 1975, and she was like, I can't believe it's snowing in May. And she even said something about it. Yeah. There we go. In my mom's hand, right there. This was taken May 1st, 1970. Also snowed May 12th, but not as big.
Okay. I like this. You know who Fred Gallagher is, right?
Yep.
Here's a, a line. He goes, I came across some old Mega Tokyo calendars, and I asked Jack if he wanted one. It's me. It's a swimsuit calendar. Look, here's the female version of your dad's character in a bikini. Jack, horrified look. Are you fucking kidding me? Nope.
You know what I should do is I call swimsuit or spacesuits swimsuits. See, you just got me
Yep.
all started on swimsuits now. Hammer and melons. I don't think that's the same Gallagher.
No, wrong Gallagher. Hi, you have House of Leaves going on in the background.
Right?
What?
House of Leaves.
Yep, that's the name of the song.
Is it really?
I believe so.
Oh. I don't think that was intentional, but hey, who knows?
One of his horror songs. It's a really good song, but I recognize the that thwack kind of sound that's in there.
Mm-hmm. Leaves you wanting more. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think that's probably better anyway. This way we don't have to.
Wow, that just got loud.
Weird, because it's not loud over here. I think it's loud. What, like I said before, I think what happens is when I don't talk, like everything settles, then everything adjusts to my microphone, and so all of a sudden, whatever is next. The size for this is 170.1.1701. That wasn't intentional, but cute. I'm thinking.
What is this? The Alien soundtrack? Or not E.T.?
Oh, maybe.
Or Close Encounter of the Third Kind.
It is called Street Light on a Dark Road. So, I mean,
Whatever.
kind of fits in its own weird way.
Yeah.
Okay, something I noticed about EV suits.
Is there a
In Star
problem?
Trek, the EV suits were numbered, but they weren't numbered in any logical manner, except that Kirk always got number one.
Okay.
But if you were to really have military EV suits, dream mating call ritual. Okay, that's just weird, Donald. Um, Funny, but weird. If you were to have real military EV suits, how would they be numbered?
Probably like one, two, three, four, five.
Well, yeah, but who'd get one? The captain or the
Cap.
person who's on landing? Like,
Uh, Lead of the landing
that's what I
party.
was thinking. Like, the lead of the party. So, since she's the LT, she would have to be. She'd wear O1.
Yeah. But I would think that that would change depending on.
Who's the lead of the party?
Yeah. It's not assigned necessarily.
Yeah, actually, they don't need Velcro patches. They've got chameleon cloth. So, like a chameleon, it can change pigment. So,
Chameleon.
they don't need a cloth on this one, but I think that's or they don't need Velcro patches, but they would still use the same method. There we go. This is the future, and in the future, we don't need to worry about Velcro
Clothes.
anymore. We've outgrown Velcro. It was space age, but now it's not. Now it's ancient history.
That they teach to kids in school.
Right?
They talk about the wonders of Velcro, and kids wonder why they're learning about it because they'll never use it outside of school. Oh,
He's
sorry.
old.
Did I get political about this?
And what I'll
Because that's
do is
that's the line that every school age kid says. I don't know why I'm learning about this. I'll never use this ever in my life.
yep.
I start hitting back with, "You say that now." I said the exact same thing.
Right.
And then I've had times in which it's like, God damn it, what was that?
What was that
Shit.
thing that I've forgotten because I thought I wasn't ever going to use it? Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll save this as Spacesuit Chest O1. I don't know if we'll ever have anybody who's out here. And we'll have I know what'll happen. As soon as I say, we'll never have a reason for any of these to be out here, there will be a reason. Oh, two. I'm going to have to do a couple of duct tape will always be around. That's the opening song. You have 5 Navy guys out there. I'm going to be sitting there going, what in the hell's going on? But hey, I'll make 5 of them. It's like we have a football team out here. All right.
So I was telling a person today that did they have successfully done what no member of our art collective has ever done before, even though they've tried harder than they have. They
Okay.
got they got me to slow down
Uh-oh.
because now I'm adding so much goddamn detail to this artwork that it's slowing me down. Like they have held my feet to the fire when it comes to artwork.
Nice. Ice cream truck.
I mean, just look at this panel so far.
Yeah, it's a serious panel. The Marines are subdued. I may stand a chance
What?
of catching up with you.
Oh no. That's okay. I'm still an issue ahead of you.
Right, that's true. That'd be hard to beat, I admit. So wait, let me get this straight. The Navy or the Marines are Navy. That's correct. And the Navy is Marine. No, okay.
There is some serious horn going on with this.
Yeah, he's horny.
He is.
All right. All right. We had the wrong shade. That's right. All right. I'm kind of glad actually I did this. Now I realize that I had the wrong shade of everything. It's all right. We now have the correct shade of everything. Because this is the generic Marine spacesuits in the correct color, because here is Arbo's uniform bits, the greaves and everything like that, which means that the Marine's color is this. I like the fact that when I did this originally, the argument was they'd never have the orange safety stripes, and I'm like, they can turn those orange safety stripes off at any time.
If I really wanted to.
Yeah, they just leave the safety stripes on because they still could be ejected into space. We were going to rescue your Marines, but unfortunately, all of their outfits were subdued and we could never find them in space. All right. And this is Morel Legends Spacesuit. And we actually don't have Arbo at all. So it doesn't matter. Arbo never existed, and I was never here. Arbo was not a big guy, I guess. He wasn't as big as Tum. But we can start with Tum.
Tum?
If we have two of them, then we have Tums. He's not a major. If he was a major, he'd outrank the captain. There. Now we have Tums. Okay, I'm just finding this funny. Don't mind me. Shaping. Parameters. No, because he's a Marine. I want him to be Deets, but not big. That puts 2 ranks on him. Ken doesn't have anything yet. That's interesting. Would not have expected that.
I was looking at something that was kind of interesting to me earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
That if you look at the modern take of the comic The Watchmen versus the original style,
Uh-huh.
it's lost. It lost a I wouldn't say necessarily a grittiness, but it lost like a graphicness, a graphic style.
Mm-hmm.
Like now it's just this ultra modern, realistic comic, and it lost what it was. And it's very interesting for me to look at.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Like I should show you the two pictures because you'll look at them and go, "Wow, you know what? The new one doesn't look as good." Like it's drawn better, it has better coloring, but it lost something. Let me show you.
I Oh, you are talking about the comic.
Yes.
Not the TV show.
No, not I'm talking about the modern comic versus the original comic.
Okay.
So let me
You do.
send you these.
Whoa,
Let
I'm
me send.
getting redder as the night is going on. Look at me. I'm evil now. I'm being evil. This evil guy.
You are you got some red going.
It's because I'm working on skin tones in here. And so it's like all of a sudden I'm like super red. I'm like, okay. At least I know I'm not suffering from heat exhaustion. There's that.
Yeah. There it is. Oh, and now you're gonna. Okay, okay, we can do this. We can do this.
I'll give you the floor on this one for the moment.
Okay. Where is? There you are. Okay. So here is panel one of Rorschach in the Watchmen comic. I'm sending it to your Facebook.
All right.
And then here is Rorschach in the new Rorschach comics that just came out.
His name is Rorschach Bow. Mm-hmm. I see what you mean.
Like it's not that they're bad, it's but they lost something.
Right? I agree.
Like it's not even that it's too clean. It's not graphic. It doesn't have that wonderful graphic quality to it.
Right? Oh, see, that's what I thought we messed up on. His ears are going to be blue. I don't want his ears to be blue. We'll have to fix that.
Wow.
Yeah, got kind of in there, didn't it?
Just a little bit.
There we go. We turned down just a little. There we go. And we can now see a Marine uniform up close and personal with every other uniform that's in here. Because the Marine uniforms look different. They're all subdued. They also have hot links to their spacesuits already built in. So all you have to do is just grab your suit and throw it on. You're in. Damn it. I won't be caught dead without my spacesuit.
Where is my super suit?
It suits him well. go. Now we'll put Morel in here and move this chess piece over, and it will be fine. But right now it looks like an abomination, and that's a thing.
Bum, 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 dum, bum, bum, bada.
Right? It's pretty driving here, man.
Yeah.
There we go. Now the fins are black too, or at least subdued. They're below a dude. They're subdued.
I feel the same way.
Right? I mean, how can you just not? Okay.
What's wrong?
I don't know. I loaded it to be the marine spacesuit limbs, and I don't know. We're gonna have issues. So, oh, I know why. Because I didn't do it right. Because like totally asleep. Okay. Maybe it's getting close to time for us to go to bed. I'm like, I didn't do this right. What am I doing wrong here? There.
God, it is 11.
Yeah, it's coming up on
It
time.
doesn't. It doesn't feel like it.
It's because we've been doing good work. All right. That that's acceptable. Or no.
What?
Okay. I think I'm running out of steam.
I am almost at that same point.
Yeah. I'm like sitting here, I just don't know what else to do. I'm like, I don't want to do anything else. I don't want to start anything else. Grump, 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 grump.
Okay. These panels need something.
I have totally screen captured me with these super colors.
There you go.
I'll screen capture these super colors and go, wow, look at me being all super colory.
I still have no idea why my camera did this.
Mm, no clue, but it did. So
Yeah,
I'll keep it.
take advantage of it.
It's all right, Donald. You can do what you need to do, my friend. Do what you need to do. 'What in the world? The legs look correct, but the arms don't. What happened? Is this true of all of my spacesuits? Did I get my arms and legs confused while making the spacesuits? That would be really sucky. $20 from now, they're making the television version of Bellatrix Rising, and they're like screwing up the spacesuits. Why are you screwing up the spacesuits? Well, that's what the original design says. Damn it! Why did I do this to myself?
You're on the wrong layer.
You're also screwing up the star maps. No.
No. The worst one is they actually bring on someone like,
Dr. Aaron.
yeah,
They bring
it's
Dr.
like
Aaron, and she's like, "Have you noticed your star maps are wrong?" No.
they've been long this entire time.
Oh man, ask for help. We all need help. We are a community. Donald, there's no shame in asking for help. I understand not wanting to though. I also know that that's what my dad did for a long time too, and I had to convince him to stop doing that.
And this page didn't turn out too bad. Mr. Evans. Oh,
NBC just released the first pictures of its new Quantum Leap reboot.
Oh no.
I agree, though. You could have just shown random pictures of anybody, and that would have been the Quantum Leap reboot.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Right? Look, it's Sam Beckett, and Sam Beckett, and Sam Beckett, and Sam Beckett, and Sam. Ah, all the noise is you, is it, little pest? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Did you know I could do this? You didn't know I could do that. Did you? Would you like
Yeah,
some
I
pictures?
agree, Donald. I know that feeling.
Yeah. But you know what? That's what people are there for. They like to pay it forward. It's plausible that those people got help in the past. So, so don't worry about it. A lot of people are either paying it forward or they're paying for it in a way that, like, they're buying into the system in their mind's eye. So, like, when I do volunteer work, to me, I'm paying it forward for the day when somebody's going to need to help me. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way I view it. Volunteering for me is someday somebody's going to have to take care of me, and so I'm dealing with it. There. Here, you pest. Oh. Come here. So I don't look at it that way. Oh, hey, Brian. I got a new satchel. For
Now
this.
you said you were gonna go grab one.
Yeah, it's smaller,
Oh,
easier to
nice.
carry.
I like it.
Yeah. The cool part is it still has all the stuff my old satchel had. It even carries my Surface in here, which I didn't really expect, but it does. And it's got my sketchbook and some pens, and it's, you know, yeah, I know. But there comes a time for all of us. And the truth of the matter is, being there for people is also helping. Like, you're there for us. You keep us
Yeah.
company. You know what I mean? Like, you support us. Our
Ah,
weird little art collective of yours.
2 more pages and issue 2 is done.
Good God, bro. I It's got little sergeant stripes on it. I'm gonna call it my sergeant satchel. Actually, it doesn't have sergeant stripes on it. Oh my God. It's only private stripes on it, but that's okay. It's PFC satchel.
There you go. Yeah, you can call it your private satchel.
Right? Not actually. It's more than that. We got to figure it out.
Um, how
It's
fast did I
corporal
type
satchel.
corporal satchel?
Corporal satchel doesn't sound as good.
No, private satchel actually sounds a lot better.
Private satchel's funny. Sergeant satchel's my favorite though. Sadly, it's one stripe short, which is kind of a bummer.
Can you remove the thing and get a sergeant?
No, no, they're sewn in.
Oh.
So it's corporal satchel, but I don't know. Yeah, those are called sporon. Yeah, actually, it is kind of true. I wish it had the. I think if there's any one thing I'm not ecstatic about, it's that the hooks are at the back like this, which means that it always tilts. Wish the hooks were on the side. Yeah, on
When
either
did
side here.
I need to look at something.
I mean, they unlatch, so I wonder if I could just put eye hooks on the side over here. I might be able to put eye hooks on the side. Question is, could my wife, do we have enough to get through the canvas on this thing? I do like that it's got a little weather flap in here. So this weather flap can close and then close down like this, so that when it's closed, there's at least some waterproof protection in here. It's moderate, but it could work in a pinch.
Hey, guy.
Man.
Yes. So,
Fine.
yeah. I just looked up when I started issue 2.
Yep.
And I finished the issue template on the 1st of May.
Yep. That's about right. 20 days.
To do 32 pages.
Yep.
That's a lot of pages.
It is.
Hi, George. I don't know what he's staring at, but something's got his attention. Is he blind in one eye?
No, I just turned on this light, which washed him out.
Ah, okay.
What are you freaking out about?
You turned off a light.
I know. What are you freaking out about, you goofy animal beast? There, that's what I want us to do. Is right here. He's like, I want to go. I get that you want to go, but I want to take a picture. Goofy beast. Cool lighting. All right. While the coloring is weird and funky, I want to save another one.
I am being held against my will.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking. It's funnier that way. The battle plan for this week and is I'm going to try to stay asleep through most of the nights. Most of the night. I've been waking up a couple of mornings with double vision because I've been getting so little sleep.
Oh, that's not good.
No. So part of it is pain. Like my back starts to hurt after a while. And so I have to get up just to get my back to stop hurting.
So,
So tomorrow I don't have to get up for I mean, I have to be at storage day at like noon, but that's noon. So you started with a so.
so how'd you do this week? Just
As far
a
as drawing,
yeah. Did let's do an artist check-in with the last few
few
minutes.
minutes. Actually, spectacularly well. Um, I'll bring up all of Bellatrix here and pass it to the monitor when Brian attacks. No, the monitor actually shows it pretty well for the most part. So at this point, considering we started on Tuesday, I have a cover, page 1, 2, and 3 are complete. Page 7 is complete. Page 17 is complete. Page 28 and 29 are really close to complete. And there's definite stuff going on page 16, 13, 12, and 11, and 8. So a lot of complete stuff that we're only really kind of stuck here on some of these just because they need one little piece. Page 5 is complete as soon as I get a Justine spacesuit built, sort of thing.
Okay, makes sense.
You know, so I mean, like that kind of thing. Like all we need is one thing, and then it'll be finished. Um, sort of stuff. Page 29 could probably even be rendered. 28 and 29 could easily be rendered because they're all on board the Princess, which we've already built the interior of. So all I need to do, what I really needed was my Marines. So, and their Marine spacesuit, which I just built tonight. So they're ready to go. So, I mean, I'm actually pretty pleased. It doesn't look like a lot, but for the first week, the first technical week of actually putting pages together, that's a lot of pages.
Yeah, that's really good.
So I'd say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 complete pages, which is a page a day, which is fine. We're also going to probably, now that everything is built and constructed, we'll probably start seeing a lot more of the coming in the week, and 7 pages were done because we already had the beginning done this week, and
Yeah.
page 8 is sort of that way. Like page 8's only going to take a second or two to finish off, to get it to where it was. And 8 and 9 are pretty much the two characters throwing switches and yammering at each other. So it's not going to be hard for 8 and 9 to be finished. But yeah, so that's where I am. I just spent this morning doing all the little like spaceship renders and stuff, which knocks out a lot of stuff. So that was cool. What about you? I mean, obviously you're coming up on the end of your comic, an
At
issue
least
2.
the end of issue 2. I'm gonna push through this weekend and try to finish.
Yep, we got
Uh,
the sergeant done.
try to finish the last couple of pages of issue 2, and then that will set me up for next week. I can work on the covers and get the covers done, and then I can start editing it.
Cool.
And then I guess start up on writing out issue 3.
Right. That's really wild behind me there.
That's you
It's
have a
kind of
light
cool.
show going on behind
I
you right
totally
now.
do. This place has gotten wild. Well, what's so funny is it's not as bright looking at it as it is on the camera. The camera is just like making it look like it's exploding over there. Because like it's you can see it. It is definitely on the wall. There's something, that's the warp core back
Flashing.
there.
Yeah.
But it's the warp core, by the way, fell down, and when it did, it messed up one of its holder thingies that I've been meaning to go back and fix and yada 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 and haven't gotten around to it. So, but I'll be fixing it at some point here. And so it's just the normal warp core that's been in this office for a long time. I'm also thinking, by the way, of turning my camera this way because I like having my books behind me
Mhm.
and stuff like that. So I've been thinking about doing that. And also because, as you have observed the other night, the microphone is aimed directly at the bathroom, which means that as soon as you flush the toilet, you can hear the water going. And we're like, maybe we shouldn't broadcast that. Um, so I'm thinking if
That's a
I
little too detailed right
a little
there.
too detailed, so and my wife brushes her teeth at night or whatever, so that's a thing. So it's just stuff that um gotta admit though, I really dig this page.
That page turned out nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like that's cool looking. It's so funny because Brent has been like, "Are you sure you're done with the Kitty Wake?" And I'm like, "You kidding me? That's a badass looking ship. I'm pretty happy." And she looks nasty. She looks like she's a good fighting ship. She's solid. I'm good. I don't think I have any interest in changing that model until we move to a different ship or a different class or a different whatever.
Yeah.
But as long as the Kitty Wake is our ship, it'll be good. I also really love the discovery of taking the ship and then duplicating the layer and then taking that layer and making it about multiply it like 50% or 25% and then doing it again and it makes it look like the ship is like shaking back and forth.
Yeah.
Like that trick worked really well. I use it here too. It's the same effect. But like this page here is another good example. This page, I'll render in these pictures, but it's just her twice and a close up on her eye right here, and then one of Chang, a render of just the control valve right here, and then her hand turning the control thruster knobs, and that's it. And I mean, like this is going to take an hour at best. You know,
Mhm.
once we get there, it's just going to take about an hour. So this is another one where this page will just all of a sudden appear one day. It'll be done. You know,
Yeah.
nothing is. So it's kind of that's the thing it's a little misleading whenever I say I only have 5 pages done, because there are bits and pieces of other disco catnip. They're different pieces, like this page is just needs these 2 panels, and it's clear.
Dude, I'll tell you, this template you sent me has been killer in my process.
Yay! It actually became killer in mine. I went from just doing the first 16 or first, well, I guess first 16 pages to all 32, because I was like, I started building that template and I was like, screw it. I'll just put all of the pages on there. What could it possibly hurt? And doing it is like, now I'm just like, I could just rattle through the whole story, and I'm like, man,
Yeah,
I should
well,
use
that,
this.
uh, you know, 19 days it took me to finish issue 2.
Yeah.
And it took me over 30 days to finish issue 1. And
Mm-hmm.
that's because I had everything written, so I know everything works
Right.
together.
You already know
So I
what the
was,
feel and the rhythm of it is.
yeah. So I was just grabbing pages right off the template and dumping it into the issue.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, if something wasn't working or I just had a general feeling for the page of what I was going for, I would go back through and like rewrite the page, but I would keep that feeling of what I was going for when I was writing it. And I think it really made issue 2 more successful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, and I put that kind of rhythm on the left side where you can kind of see where you want to put crunch points in the story, which
Yeah.
you use or not as you see fit. But I feel like that gave me just a good like pin down point where I could pin the story down.
Hmm.
You know, it was just something where I could just clamp it into the right place to get a good rhythm.
Now let's see. What was my average for this? Hang on. Finish this off. Calculator, where are you? There it is. Let's see. I finished that on the first.
Disco Cat is
So
Kittywick's
19.
sister ship.
So 32 divided by.
The only thing is, I do feel like I want to redo the. I like this picture. The bearing down on you version of the Kitty She's like,
So
I'm just coming for you.
so 1.6 pages a day.
Mm-hmm.
That's that's really good.
That's good for anybody, but that's actually good for you. Like, that's a good clip for Brian. You know,
Yeah.
that's an astonishing clip for the rest of us. For you, it's an unreasonable clip for the rest of us. For you, it's just like,
But yeah, I think between that and the switching over to vector
mm-hmm.
and kind of learning that from uh,
2 shoes a day got you in Uber gear.
yeah, pretty much. Um, but that and learning about the vector graphics from you, who
Mm-hmm.
ultimately got learned it from Cat.
Cat. Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, yes, I totally did that. Me, it was me. It was not Cat at all. No, 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 no. Mm.
But like that was a whole thing to learn.
Agreed.
Oh, I
I got
also
one. Mhm.
I have an interesting thing to show you, and it was
Keep your
something I.
pants on, Brian. Oh wait.
Well, I mean, it's right.
Right.
It has to do with a streamer that I watch.
Keep her pants on.
I'm not taking them off.
Okay.
Her husband would kill me.
This is the same one as before. Yes.
Yes, the
One with a.
Australian.
Nobody will ever buy me a laptop. Damn it, girl.
Yeah, that person.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this page that I'm sending you was done pre-subathon. Big, what turned out to be over a week-long extravaganza.
Okay.
So this was before.
This is you or her?
Me. This is my
I'm
art.
like, okay,
This is
good, because
my.
I'm like, God, she draws exactly like you. That's amazing.
Well, that's because it's a page. But anyways, that's before her subathon. That's where I was drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Really good. That's a solid page.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that page.
Okay. And then this is the page I drew last night. So
Right.
this is after a day or so after her subathon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you can see just the bump in quality from before and after.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And speed and quality both went up,
Yeah,
which that's definitely a thing. Laptop lady. Yeah. It's like llama.
it's like, holy crap.
Mm-hmm. I need to redo this cover, but we're going to redo it. It'll be fine. I want to redo her at a different angle. It's the same picture, the same thing, but I want the camera at her hips, not at her face. So looking up at her gives her more of a heroic pose. Right now, her or her facing shoulder is dropped, and it makes her look, yeah, you know,
I
drooped.
would keep that. I would actually keep that. And I have a reason for that. Because you can use the covers to show her becoming more and more heroic as the time goes on.
Not a bad plan. Not opposed. But I think we're talking about two different things. I'd rather actually slump the maquette's shoulders rather than do that, because
No, I like the slumping of the maquette shoulders,
yeah,
but I like the idea of having this kind of plain view of her because as time goes on, you can get more dynamic with the camera angle as she's changing as a character. So you can show her through the covers
mm.
becoming more of
I
a
see what you're
hero.
saying. The only reason I'm disagreeing is because this cover does not pop. In my opinion, nobody will buy it off the shelves. So
Okay,
that's my problem, is that I want it to pop a little bit more. That's
sure.
all. That's all.
I get it.
Because I love what you're saying, because you're absolutely right. There's nothing wrong with what you're saying, but I also feel like this doesn't pop and it's not interesting. It doesn't grab you. And so I want to move her up. It's the right composition, it's the wrong pose for making it
Wrong
pop.
camera.
Right, wrong camera for making her pop, which is what it should do,
Yeah.
which is all right. I do like the idea of putting her in the spacesuit, even though in this issue she never once wears a EVA suit. There's that. However, it's okay. It's okay. We'll get there.
I think for this issue, for issue 2, I think I want to do a ground shot of Brig when she's being chained to the floor,
Mm-hmm.
looking up at Rosa, and I think that would be a fantastic shot.
Mm-hmm.
Just that action shot right on the cover.
Mm-hmm. I agree. It'll
Because
grab
the in
people.
because the inside one, the 2-page spread is the opposite side of that. You see from Rosa looking down. So I think having the cover being from the bottom up, that'll be really cool when they hit that scene and they're like, "Oh, that's neat. I like that."
Right.
So it is after midnight.
Yep. I
It
am
is
out.
time.
I'm out too. Maybe a star in the corner behind her upper left. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I'll go back and we'll redo this one. Not that worried at the moment. We are way early in here. It's one of the reasons why I like to put the cover in as soon as possible, because
Hmm.
then I can spend the entire time while I'm assembling it looking back at it going, no, we need to fix this, or you know what I mean, because the cover is the most important. It's what grabs people.
Yeah, I agree.
So we will work on that and stuff like that, and all will work fine. In the meantime, I think we should go to bed because I am tired, and even George has gone to bed. I think that's a statement.
Yeah.
So cool. Well, then I will see you on Monday. I've got
Alrighty.
2 more weeks. I just got my June schedule. I'll be working. So I've got 2 more weeks of not working, and then 2 weeks on, and then 2 weeks off. But I'll be on vacation for some of that.
Okay.
So at least now I now know that it'll be 2 more weeks of day and night drawing, and then it'll be 2 weeks of only night, and then 2 more weeks of something. I also think that we should figure out how you can run
Set
QuaCk,
up.
so that, because I think I can add other administrators to run the QuaCk things so that
Yeah.
you can run the QuaCk, so that when I'm gone, you guys can still keep doing your show and keep working, you know.
Yeah.
Because right
I,
now you require me at every night, which is fine as long as I've got work to do, but I'm going to go see my sister in San Antonio at some point.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, I agree. And there's going to be times like I'm already starting to see it where I want to like you do the morning show and I've had times in which I want to stream, but I want to stream later, kind of little later in the day. So,
yeah, I'll find out if there's a way I can add another admin. Or, no, I'll figure out a way to add another admin. So,
yeah, we'll
that's
figure it out. I'm not worried.
yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay, cool. I will talk to you then later. In the meantime, guys, everybody else, we'll see you on Monday.
See you Monday.
Bye bye.
Bye.